Hey everyone, my name is Sienna Boyd with Rancho Family Medical Group, and today we are here with Dr. Kyle Vincent. Hey, Dr. Vincent.
How's it going?
I'm good. Today we wanted to talk about mental health, and honestly that comes in a lot of different packages. Diet, specifically mental health or like self-care exercises, and then food. So let's dive right in. I wanna know, first and foremost, what do you do for your mental health? At the end of the day from clinic, how do you unwind?
So a variety of ways, and I think that's important for mental health, that there's no real one right answer. For myself,
Everyone's different.
Yeah, so working out is the big part of my mental health. It's the 30 to 45 minutes that, headphones in, can block a whole lot out, and it's for me. Watching TV shows towards the end of the day, depending on what genre you're into, again, kind of an unplugging, because I think a big part of mental health is, one, you want to reward yourself for working hard, doing what you have to do on a daily basis. And then the other thing is you want to, reinforce that you're keeping yourself thought of in what you're doing. So however you get that, whether it's cooking yourself a meal, whether it's working out, whether it's reading a book that you would like, I tend to find that most things, when it's the opposite of what you are responsible for, that what people kind of go to. Working out, I'm responsible for myself. But your job and stuff like that, don't pick up an article that's related to your work necessarily, because kind of technically you're still working. So just little stuff like that, you just find out and then try new things. Again, for myself, I like to push the envelope on learning new things. That's a big thing.
What are you learning right now?
So learning how to cook a little bit more.
Okay.
So I, want to eat healthy, stay healthy, and meal prepping is excellent. And I really do like that. It's a really easy, good way to keep your weight down and eat good, healthy foods, and gives you good energy and everything like that. But I also want to, kind of expand my reach in the kitchen. So
transitioning into food, because you are learning more recipes, learning more skills in the kitchen. As far as food is concerned, for your mental health, what kinds of foods would you recommend, or what kind of foods do you eat to keep sharp, make sure that your mood's stabilized, all of that good stuff?
So when you're eating kind of poorly, whether it's fast foods or a lot of processed foods, quick, easy hit stuff, you're gonna feel full, but then you just feel maybe bloated, you feel tired. And that's not necessarily the way food's supposed to make you feel. No. It really isn't. I mean, I'm not the biggest skincare person, but your skin might feel drier or something like that. That being said, when you're eating healthier with your leaner meats and your more fresh vegetables and your better kind of grains, depending where you're getting them, eating healthy snacks like nuts as opposed to chips, those kinds of things, you feel lighter and you feel. If food gives you energy, which is what it's supposed to do, and you feel a lot different after each meal that you have, and that's really the goal, where it gives you, the fuel that you want to be able to do a lot of things that you want to continue to do, and every meal should not feel like Thanksgiving dinner.
As much as we want it to.
Exactly. So that's really the kind of tenets of how you want to kind of build what you cook, which is where I'm starting from. So
for you, are there some tenets that you just really try to live by? Like, do you only eat lean meats? Do you not eat fried foods? Or what are some of the things that you do in your life to keep you healthy, keep your mind sharp, all of that?
So I do try to have my last meal by 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So just from a pure time standpoint, I try to, yes, it would probably fall into the category of intermittent fasting, the 12 and 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So if my last meal is before 7, then I more than likely will be able to meet that mark, regardless of what I eat. Getting into what specifically I eat, yes, absolutely. Your leaner meats and fishes, and then it can expand too. I mean, that's the thing that's nice about it, where it doesn't have to be this overly bland, boring, doesn't taste very good kind of diet. I mean, yes, the carbs taste good, and some of the other processed stuff tastes excellent, but you got to do that in moderation. But you can still make a lot of healthy food taste really good.
I think that's kind of a misconception, that if you're eating healthily, then it doesn't taste good, or you can't feel satisfied. It has to be planned chicken and broccoli the whole time, but it's not. You can have delicious food.
Not at all. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do spinach. There's so many ways you can do Brussels sprouts, different kinds of broccoli. I mean, you can just kind of really mix it up from a vegetable standpoint. And then the meat, whether it's a different marinade that you use or sauce that you use or something like that, grilling it, baking it. And honestly, even if you do fry it, kind of getting some good healthy batter and not making it just very saturated carbs and stuff like that. Even those are really good.
Totally.
So it's and then proportion-wise, you can still have your good healthy other foods that you like to indulge in.
In moderation.
In moderation, exactly.
So we talked about fueling our body. You also talked about how exercise is something that's really big for you and your mental health. So tell us about your exercise routine. What do you like to do?
So it varies from a cardio standpoint. Sometimes I run, sometimes I'll do the Stairmaster, which is really good, really work your big muscle groups.
It's so exhausting.
It is exhausting, but it's really healthy because it really gets your heart rate up. So I really like to get a good sweat going because physically for me, I need to know that I'm sweating to kind of reinforce that I'm working hard.
Sure.
But then lifting weights and then finding different body motions. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of weights, but I like to also keep my flexibility. So just full body weight exercises and motions and movements are things that I like to do. So you kind of get some things from CrossFit. You can get some things from other just kind of instruction.
I know we've done videos with you with Pilates, which I know that's great for mobility, good for your back, all of that.
All of that, and it's really good with core strength.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the other thing, the Winter Olympics, you see all these different sports and stuff, and a lot of the motions and movements and twisting and turning, a lot of it has to do with your core. And it's one of the things that it's under appreciated, I think. Can you stand on a Bocey ball? Can you stand on one foot? Can you twist your body like this? The Pilates, can you hold this position? And a lot of those things are all really related to your core. Yeah. And the stronger your core is, the better your back will feel, and the better your flexibility will be. And just as we all go through life with whatever activities you want to do, maintaining flexibility, core strength, they're going to be important. They're going to be useful for that. So it's really, really important that I maintain those. And switching up the exercises, again, kind of learning something new is something I always like to try.
I love that. I love that you practice what you preach. You're a doctor in the clinic, asking your patients to be healthy and instructing them on how to live their best life. And so you just implementing that is
absolutely, because it really gets at the ability to enjoy things.
Yeah.
My vacations and travels and things, do we want to hike here? Are we going to ATV there? Are we going to walk on the beach?
Nice.
Whatever. Are we going to, hike in the snow or something like that? And while the activity might not be, a sport necessarily, the ability to enjoy it and just like take it in stride, I really like to do. And I think that a lot of people would prefer that. People have grandkids and they're running around at Disneyland. I mean, you don't want to miss the Disneyland trip because you don't want to walk around. I mean, that kind of stuff is important. Shopping in, these huge malls or what may have you. Not my forte. I won't shop that much.
That's actually how my grandma gets her exercise. She tells me, I just go shopping. I walk around stores for an hour and I get my steps in. I'm like, Grandma, whatever you can do,
whatever you want to do.
Good for you. You're getting movement in.
Exactly.
So that's awesome.
And, grocery shopping or cooking. I mean, all of these activities are really, really beneficial, and it reinforces again. Your body gets used to what it gets used to. So hopefully, people are living a very healthy, active lifestyle, and they want to continue to push the envelope on that and continue to do it.
Thanks. Well, Dr. Vincent, thanks for just sitting with us, talking about what you do to keep your mental health up, keep you healthy, exercising, eating, all of that. Thanks for sharing your tips and tricks.
Absolutely.
Until next time, Dr. Vincent is accepting new patients at our Red Hawk location. So if you're looking for a new doctor, check us out.